If you have been in real estate for a while, you have seen all these ads for different softwares that different gurus promote. So today I decided to see if any of these softwares are actually worth it by testing every single one of them. So I'll be checking out the top 4: Propwire, XLeads, GoHighLevel, and Skiptracing. So let's start with Propwire. Propwire was started in 2023 by Jerry Norton. Jerry Norton is one of the OGs of real estate wholesale, and it's actually one of the people that I learned real estate wholesaling from. So I actually really hope it performs well. However, what I'm going to be doing with every single one of these platforms, I'm going to be comparing them to the OGs of this space. So Propwire, their competitor is PropStream. And PropStream has been around for years, for a long time. I want to say probably more than 10 years at this point. And I've been using them myself for about 5. So I love the platform. I know what it does. I'm very familiar with it. But Propwire is a new kid on the block. Can they compete? The major difference between Propwire and PropStream is the price. When it comes to functionality, it doesn't really have much differences. So it pulls data, it has data to the all 50 states, all that good stuff, whatever it is, has all specific lists. So in my opinion, when it comes to functionality, not much difference. But when it comes to membership, there is some differences there. First big difference, Propwire has a free plan. With a free plan, you cannot access certain lead types. You can only access just a couple, right? I mean, I would say about 50% of the lead types you can access. With property types, you can, all that good stuff. The rest of the filters you can access. The biggest thing is obviously the lead types, which is what they're marketing themselves as, saying, hey, you don't need to set up these specific filters. We actually provide you good leads. Right, so when it comes to that, that's much better than PropStream. PropStream does have a 7-day free trial, which you get full usage of the platform for 7 days. So if you can test it in 7 days, you can go ahead and do that. And if you want to do that, the link is going to be in the comment down below in the pinned comment. But you know, with Propwire, you don't need to test it in 7 days. You have all the time you need. When it comes to paid plans, this is where it gets interesting. So PropStream has a $99 plan, $199 plan, and $699. The $99 plan, we're not really going to compare it. We're actually going to compare the $199 plan because we're going to compare it to the second tier of Propwire plan as well. So for $199, you get 50,000 leads a month that you can pull and export. So save them on your own and do whatever you want with them, text them, call them, whatever. You also get free skip tracing of those leads. So 50,000 leads you can skip trace a month for $199 and get access to the comms, lead search, all that good stuff. So pretty good value, very solid value. When it comes to Propwire, it's very difficult to figure out their plans, their pricing. I don't know, they either on purpose hide it or what it is, but it's very hard. So either way, I was able to find their second plan, which is premium is their one after the free, and then gold is one after the premium. So that's the one we're going to compare. So with premium, you get 10,000 property owners for free every month, right? So 10,000 skip traces. Then you get obviously unlimited property downloads. So with PropStream, it's 50,000 and 50,000 skip traced. With Propwire, it's unlimited downloads, but only 10,000 skip tracing. And then AI generated list, not sure how quality they are. A lot of people nowadays, I mean, I think we are in the time of somewhat an AI bubble where companies just throw AI out there just to throw it out there. You know, it's hard to say. You do get a real estate investing masterclass. Never attended it, don't know the value of it. I do believe that probably most of the stuff they teach you there, you can learn on YouTube as well. I will make an educated guess on that. And then Library of Investing Resources. I will say some of the resources are super helpful, but I will tell you this. Most of these resources that I've seen, I believe he has given away, Jerry Norton has given away for free. So really, when he says paid, some of these, maybe it's paid, but I used his contracts that he's given away in some other videos and stuff like that. So this is probably all the resources he created over the years, and he kind of consolidated here. So that's it. I actually knew some people that were in testimonials. It just seems like people talk about how good it is, how good data it is, and things like that. But from what I'm seeing, it's not different. As you can also see, PropStream also has their specializes: ups and down, vacant, pre-foreclosure, bankruptcy, all that good stuff. They also have like certain AI features they've been trying to implement, like this one, property condition, all that good stuff. So everyone tries to implement AI one way or the other. So the biggest difference I see is the skip tracing and how much you can skip trace. But just because you can skip trace more doesn't mean it's better. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna pull 1,000 leads from PropStream and skip trace them in PropStream and do the same thing in Propwire. And we're gonna text them and see the general result, comparing the raw numbers to DNCs to everything like that, and see the comparison side by side that I will be getting. The biggest thing that they advertise, their free skip tracing, is it good? I will say Propwire puts a little more thing on skip tracing. They're more about it. It's like the first thing they advertise. So hopefully they actually can stand to it. A PropStream is a little bit more about, hey, we have very solid MLS data. So that's kind of what they advertise for, and they have good property data, which, you know, I've been using PropStream for 5 years. Maybe I'm slightly biased, but I do like PropStream. But I want to give Propwire a chance, and I'll give you my final verdict after we skip trace and text the leads. All right, so the results of PropStream and Propwire are in. It's been about a week since we've been running this list and things like that, and here are the results. And you can see them on the screen. They did very similarly. PropStream had a better response rate. Propwire had one more lead than PropStream, but they both did pretty poorly. And this kind of tells me something that I've been telling people the entire time. You cannot have one platform that does everything well. When people create these platforms, right, they concentrate on one thing and then just add more things in order to like sell you the service or the product. But most of the time, the best thing to do is utilize a specialized product for every single part of your business. That's why I think PropStream, Smarter Contact, SKIPMATRIX is kind of the setup that I've been telling people to use for some time. But these are the results. I think that personally, I will still keep using PropStream because I don't use it for skip tracing anyway. I like the data points on PropStream a lot better. What I do like about PropStream is that if you're doing land, and there are certain things you can do in PropStream that you cannot do in Propwire. So if you're only doing houses, both of them could work, but if you're planning to do houses and land, I think PropStream is the way to go. That's my final verdict. Platform number 2, stepping up to the plate, is XLeads. XLeads have been heavily advertised by Rick and Zach Ginn. It's a father and son duo that have been doing real estate wholesale and investing for a long time, and they've been on YouTube for probably 7 to 8 years, maybe more. So they have created a big community, so they decided to create a platform to compete with the big boys. And we'll actually be able to compete. Let's check it out. So as I signed up for XLeads, I realized that this platform was very big on advertising of like AI texting, AI analyzation. So AI was like their forefront of what they are. So I decided to check out the AI features, and as I was checking out the AI feature, I realized that the things that AI was telling me was just stuff that you can see yourself on the MLS listings or Zillow listings. I wasn't very impressed, and also the optimization of the platform was very slow. I recognize that it's so hard to create a good platform because to create a good business like that, a good platform, you need really a lot of money, and you need to hire the right people to optimize everything. So it's hard. I totally understand, but in the end of the day, if you're selling a product, you want it to be the best you can, and in my opinion right at the moment it's not that great. I finagled with it for some time, tried to find like where's the texting and things like that, and I couldn't even figure that out. And I'm like, I'm not dumb, like I know how to do things. And then eventually I like logged out, tried to log back in, and didn't even log me back in. There's just so many problems that I was like, well, I don't know if this is worth your time. Quick update, guys. So as I was trying to cancel XLeads because I'm not going to be using it at all, what I realized that what I was looking at originally was different. So I went to log in and didn't let me log in. Then I had to change my password, whatever it is. So eventually I ended up here. And I was like, oh, well, here are the conversations, right? And stuff like that. So I'm like, well, what was I before? Well, what was that? So very confused, and I guess it was maybe the leads part. Okay, so I was here, but for some reason on the left side, I didn't have all that stuff. Either way. So after looking over this looks so familiar. And I was like, wait a minute. This looks just like GoHighLevel, and this just looks like ARIA reply. So the AI features that platform advertises were not great. Very basic and really not really AI helpful. They're just AI, just the word out there. When it comes to this stuff, this is just stuff that works. I mean, this stuff that is known from ARIA reply. I've made multiple videos on that, and known from GoHighLevel. This stuff is just here. There's nothing new that I'm seeing. I've looked around, and I think that if you prefer using this more than ARIA reply or GoHighLevel, you can, but I don't think that this is any major groundbreaking thing that they can do it. It's just different advertisement and maybe more catered towards wholesaling. But again, in the end of the day, very similar, nothing groundbreaking, doesn't do anything than something else does. And to be fair, I don't really want to dance on someone's grave, right? It's not my intention to making this video. I really wanted to like XLeads, but I just don't see anything to love about it. I think there's a place for it. It can exist. People will use it. For some people, it would be great, same as I think RA Apply some people like and all that stuff. But do I think that it beats the more established tools that have been created for some time? I don't think so. Unfortunately, I do not. I think it's good for what it does. Check it out if you want to, especially if you want to support Zach. I know he teaches a lot all over the place. So if you do like him and do want to have or maybe more access, maybe he provides some kind of access to his stuff if you are on XLeads. Maybe that's the case. Or maybe if you have the more expensive plan, there's like a lot more. But from what I'm seeing, it's okay. You know, mid-tier. If you really want to concentrate on texting leads, I still suggest Smarter Contact. So if you do want to check out Smarter Contact, there's actually a link in the pinned comment with the code Rauph. When you do enter that code, you get $200 off any Smarter Contact platform. I've tested every single texting platform for years now, and Smarter Contact have been coming up on top for multiple years in a row. So I really do suggest checking them out. Platform number 3, GoHighLevel. This platform have been advertised mostly in the real estate game by Pace Morby. Pace Morby is a creative investment guy. He has done a lot of really cool things. I know people personally that have worked with him. He's a legit dude. He has been doing business for some time. Obviously, he has affiliates with different companies. GoHighLeads is not his company, but he's heavily advertised in it. What the GoHighLeads business model is that they have a lot of affiliates and a lot. Just not real estate game. There's every kind of industry. They have really affiliates that make sure to push their platform out there. As I was diving deeper in GoHighLeads and trying to understand, I was like looking at different videos explaining what to do, how to use it. And then I also signed up for the free trial just to check it out, which if you want to do that, obviously there's a 14-day trial that you can do that. I don't have an affiliate for that. I didn't sign up. I don't use affiliates for things that I don't personally use. So I don't think that's right. Sign up for GoHighLevel 14 days. Actually, if you use Pace's link, I believe there's 30 days. But overall, right? So you sign up, you check it out, you realize that this looks very familiar. It's a CRM. So what I wanted to compare it to Podio. Podio is the OG of CRMs. I've been using it for 6 years. I've never changed it. I don't know why. I just feel very comfy at home using Podio. There's obviously better CRMs. There's Resimply, that's really solid. And there's other ones in the game specifically for real estate. There's AI ones now too. And GoHighLevel could be that as well. The big difference is that Podio is a lot cheaper, first of all. And it's very straightforward. Just like, it's a little clunky, it's a little weird, but like it does one thing and it does one thing well. It's just storing leads, organizing leads, all that good stuff. GoHighLevel on the other end offers a lot more solutions on different things, right? They are very big on different types of marketing. Then you can nurture your leads there and things like that. So it does that very solid. So I think GoHighLevel has a place to be. It's really good. I don't know if I would say it's better than your typical real estate CRM for like an investor or wholesaler. If you're in business or an agency that have a lot of different ways to intake leads and you want to nurture those leads and things like that, GoHighLevel might be a good option for you. You can like sell your courses there and stuff like that. So GoHighLevel has a place to be. If you ever use Aria Reply, and I've made multiple videos on that, Aria Reply is actually based on GoHighLevel, which actually, now looking at it, I think XLeads is as well. It's just very good base. GoHighLevel is a good start. And then from there, you can build on and do whatever you want with it. So I like it. If you like automation, if you like AI, things like that, GoHighLevel is good. So honestly, I would say I'm approve of GoHighLevel. It's a great platform. I do think that it has a place to be. I wouldn't say it's better than Podio or things like that. It's just different and it does different things. Platform number 4 is Batch Skiptracing. Okay, this is very different because Batch has been around for a long time. So you can attach it to be one of the OGs in the game. However, Batch is also heavily advertised for multiple people in the game. So I thought it's a good idea to include it into this list. Batch doesn't only do skip tracing. It does obviously data and things like that. I think recently they actually have a merger with PropStream, as far as I understand. I haven't looked into it too much, but they have some kind of a maybe business merger, things like that. But Batch does data, but also like their biggest thing for years was skip tracing. Like, hey, our Skiptracing is quality, price, things like that can be beat. So we're gonna go ahead and run the test. I'm gonna use my favorite Skiptracing platform, which is SKIPMATRIX, and we're gonna see if Batch has any chance beating SKIPMATRIX. You do have to keep in mind that SKIPMATRIX is 15 cents versus Batch is 7 cents. But I guess if you use my code or Rauph on SKIPMATRIX, you get 14 cents. So let's say it's just double the price. If you use the code, you get 14 cents, and then Batch, you do it for 7 cents. But is it that much better to use SKIPMATRIX versus Batch? Just depends. Let's check it out. What I'll be doing is that I'll be texting them using my platform. I'm going to pull 1,000 leads from each one of them, same list, same city, all that good stuff. So we're going to see response rates, roll numbers, DNCs, all that good stuff, and see how they compare. All right, so results are in for SKIPMATRIX versus Batch, and here are the results. And based on the results, you can see that there's a clear winner to this. While SKIPMATRIX had less leads, less phone numbers that they give you to text comparing to Batch, the quality, the response rate, the amount of leads was significantly higher on SKIPMATRIX for Batch. And if you look at the right side, that percentage is the conversion rate from the leads you texted to the lead that actually gets pushed to Podium. So almost double. And if you think about it, you're paying double for Skiptracing, but you're getting double the value. One lead in the wholesale on average leads you to almost $10,000 in assignment fees. So getting double the amount of leads from the same list that you pull is so much more valuable. So I definitely suggest SKIPMATRIX. I've been suggesting them for years now. So if you do want to check them out, like I said, the code is going to be in the pinned comment down below. You can save yourself 1 cent per every trace for the lifetime of you using SKIPMATRIX. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It took me a lot of time to test all of these different platforms. Overall, what I found out is that the platforms that have been around for some time are still there for a reason. The new platforms, they want to come in and innovate, and that's great. However, at least at this point, none of them are as good as they can be. I think they have a place to exist, but I do not think that they're beating the current OGs of the game. I do believe though that there will come a time that one of these might get knocked off by a new platform. But until then, these are the suggestions that I'll make. Use PropStream, use Smarter Contact, use SKIPMATRIX for your needs, and check out the special links with discounts to them in the pinned comment down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.